Welcome to your latest update for Scotland from the Met Office. Further snow is on the cards for Friday. We have more Met Office yellow warnings in place, some disruption, particularly through Friday morning. During Thursday night, snow showers continuing over the far north through the Northern Isles in particular. So ice is a continued risk here. For many places, it's dry and clear until wet weather comes in to the northwest through the early hours. Rain on the coast perhaps, but anywhere inland we are going to see some snow falling as we head into Friday morning. As that arrives, temperatures will start to rise, but with the clearer skies across the east and the south, another very cold night, well below freezing even in towns and cities, and negative double figures where there's any snow lying on the ground. But we are seeing that shift, the wind switching directions, so temperatures actually starting to rise on the west coast. Right on the coast, it will be rain that we see, but anywhere inland we're going to see snow falling. The Highlands in particular, but Argyll and Bute, Perth and Kinross and Stirling especially. And through the morning could just start to slip down through the central belt, perhaps during the morning rush hour, and therefore potentially causing disruption. Through the rest of the day, we'll continue across these central zones to see more wet weather, likely through the day to turn, certainly at low levels, to sleet and then to rain. But still, over the higher routes, snow continuing on and off into the evening, perhaps. So again, further disruption likely, particularly on those higher routes. But at lower levels, perhaps turning more to rain and sleet as we go through the day, as temperatures just tick up a little bit. But we do have warnings in place, snow and ice covering Shetland and Orkney. A further 2 to 5 centimetres possible here. It should ease by late morning. Elsewhere, we've got this broad yellow Met Office warning in place for snow and ice. How much are we likely to see? Well, easily over the hills, we could see 15 to perhaps 20 centimetres of snow. And even at low levels, in some spots, the possibility of 5 to 10 centimetres. The most likely scenario, central belt kind of on the cusp, the most likely through the central belt is just a centimetre or two, but falling through the rush hour, that is likely to cause some disruption. So we have this yellow warning in place, as I say, through Friday. Temperatures, well, perhaps a little bit higher by the end of the day, but obviously it's not feeling all that warm, and still for most places struggling to get much above freezing, despite some sunny spells at times across the far north. Quite quickly, everything freezing up on Friday evening as well, so that could turn things really quite slippy. Still some wet weather to come through the central belt and across the west coast. Again, by this stage, mostly rain at low levels, but some snow over relatively small hills likely. During Saturday, we continue to see these westerly winds bringing showers into the west, so further accumulations of snow likely, especially over the Highlands, further east and further south. Generally looking dry on Saturday with some sunny spells and a westerly wind bringing slightly milder air, but still barely getting much above freezing across the northeast. Further south, maybe the dizzy heights of 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. Much milder air is on the way for most as we go through Sunday, but that could also bring with it a further dump of heavy snow. Again, warnings are in place. Check out those weather warnings through our app or through our website and subscribe to all of our YouTube channels.